Hello guys, today we will see the topic Pharmacy Act 1948. In this video, we will discuss about what is the State Pharmacy Councils, what it consists of, and what is Joint State Pharmacy Council. Also, we will discuss here the offences and penalties which are related with Pharmacy Act 1948. So moving on, what is the State Pharmacy Council? Every state in India has to form their State Pharmacy Council as per Chapter 3 of Pharmacy Act 1948. So example is, we are living in Maharashtra, so we have Maharashtra State Pharmacy Council which is located in Mumbai. So as per the Act, every state has to form their State Pharmacy Council, or two or more states may have their Joint State Pharmacy Council. And when the situation is such, when two or more states are having Joint State Pharmacy Council, when two or more states enters into agreement whereby State Pharmacy Council of one state serves the need of other state. So here we will discuss about the difference between State Pharmacy Council and Joint State Pharmacy Council. So basically, in simple words, there are three types of members: elected members, nominated members, ex officio member. So in State Pharmacy Council, elected members are as follows. There will be 6 members which will be elected from among themselves by registered pharmacist of state, and 1 member elected by medical council of state among themselves. And unlike that, in Joint State Pharmacy Council, elected members will be registered pharmacist 3 to 5 members from each state, and medical council of that state will nominate or elect 1 member from each state. Similarly, nominated members, in case of State Pharmacy Council, there are 5 members which will be nominated by state government, of whom at least 3 shall be registered pharmacists. Unlike that, in Joint State Pharmacy Council, the nominated members will be government nominees, and the number of members will be 2 to 4 from each state, and of whom more than half should be registered pharmacist. Then last one, ex officio members. In case of State Pharmacy Council, Chief Administrative Medical Officer will be there. Then one officer in charge of drug control administration of that state will be there, and one government analyst will be there. And in case of Joint State Pharmacy Council, all 3 members will be there from each state, like Chief Administrative Medical Officer of each state will be there, then officer in charge of drug control administration of each state will be there, and government analyst from each state will be there. So this is the difference between State Pharmacy Council and Joint State Pharmacy Council. Now, in State Pharmacy Council, there will be one president and one vice president of the State Council, and these 2 members will be elected among the members of State Pharmacy Council, and these 2 members will hold the office for 5 years or expiry of his term as a member. Terms of office and casual vacancies means other members which are there in the State Pharmacy Council, for how much time they will remain as a member, and if in between someone resigns or someone has to vacate his seat because of some circumstances, then how these vacancies will be filled. So we will see here, the nominated or elected member, all members will hold the office for 5 years. Their term is 5 years. Then any member can resign at any time by writing a resignation letter to president, or nominated or elected member have to vacate his seat if he is absent for 3 consecutive meetings of the State Council. So in point number 2 and 3, if such vacancies are created, these vacancies can be filled by fresh nominations or elections, and the newly elected member will hold office only for the remainder of the term. Then member of the State Council can be eligible for renomination or re-election, just like PCI members. Then State Pharmacy Council, their staff remuneration and allowances With previous sanction of state government, the state council may appoint a registrar who can act as a secretary or treasurer, or they can also appoint such other officers and servants as may be required to carry out its functions properly. Then state pharmacy council or registrar will also fix the salaries and allowances and other conditions of service of secretary and other officers and servants of the state council. They also fix the rate of allowance payable to members of state council. Then there is one executive committee of state council. This executive committee consists of ex officio members, which contains a president who would be the chairman of the committee and vice president. And apart from this ex officio members, there will be 5 other members which will be elected by central councils among themselves. The members of executive committee hold the office until the expiry of their term as a member of state council, but they can be eligible for re-election. Now, functions of state pharmacy council. So, first function of state pharmacy council is they have to carry out the inspection, then they have to maintain the registers of pharmacists, and they also have to have a function like entry and removal of the names of pharmacists in that register, then printing of the final register. These are 4 main functions of state pharmacy council. Now we will see one by one. First one, inspection by the state council. The state pharmacy council appoints suitable number of inspectors generally to inspect following areas. First one, the inspector may inspect the premises where drugs are compounded or dispensed, that is manufacturing areas like that. And the inspector may also inquire regarding the registration of a person. Means if someone is claiming that he is a registered pharmacist, then inspector may inspect whether he is truly a registered pharmacist or not. Then any inspector may investigate the complaints which comes to them. Then they also prosecute or inspect the institutions also which are running the pharmacy courses. So these are the 4 types of inspections that are generally carried out by inspectors of the state council. Now, registration of pharmacist. How a pharmacist get registered himself? So state council prepare and maintain the register for this purpose. Then the register where registration record is maintained of pharmacist, it should include full name and residential address of registered person and date of his first entry into the register, his qualification and his professional address also. Then preparation of first register. So how it is prepared? The state government by notification in official gazette form a registration tribunal first. This tribunal is generally consist of 3 persons and there is one registrar who act as a secretary of that tribunal. Then state government give date of application and they will declare it into the official gazette or newspaper. Then all the people have to give or apply for the registration. Then registration tribunal, after getting all the application, they examine every application. Then if they are satisfied with the application, their qualification and all conditions, the name of such applicants is registered in register. The first register is prepared like this and it is then published, and if anybody has any objection or if they want any correction, they can do it within 60 days of that Then the registrar issues, after publication of that register, a registrar issues separate certificate of registration whose names are entered into the register. After formation of state council, the state government hand over this register and application fees to the state council. So this is the procedure for the registration of a pharmacist. Then qualification for entry on the first register, means who can apply and what could be the qualification of any person who want his name into the registered pharmacist. A person having 18-year age, paid fee should have following qualification. First one, he should be a degree or diploma holder of Indian University or prescribed qualification granted by any authority outside India. Then a degree of an Indian university other than degree in pharmacy and has been engaged in compounding of drug in hospital or dispensary or other in which drugs are regularly dispensed on prescription of medical practitioner, and at least they should have 3 years of experience in that field. Then they should have passed examination recognized as adequate by state government for compounders and dispenser, and any person having not less than 5 years of experience of compounding drug etc. prior to the date of notified by the registration tribunal for receipt of application for entry of names on first register. Now, removal of names. In certain circumstances, State Pharmacy Council need to remove the name of some persons from register. What are those conditions? If the person whose name has been removed from the registrar of any state shall not be entitled to registration unless the state council gives its consent. Then renewal rules. After the expiry of your registration, every pharmacist again need to pay the fee and again need to apply for the renewal of his registration. Then removal, in which condition names are removed. The name of pharmacist may be removed from the registrar in following accounts: if his name has been entered in register by error, if he has been convicted of offense in any professional respect, if a person employed by him is convicted of an offense or is guilty of infamous conduct. 30-day period are there. Once their name has been removed, they can appeal in a State Pharmacy Council, and if their name has been permanently removed, then they need to surrender this certificate of registration, which will be published in official gazette. Last part is offenses and penalties. There are certain conditions where if such offenses occurred by the registered pharmacist, he may be subjected to certain penalties or punishments. So there are 4 mainly offenses which are generally occurring. First one, falsely claimed to be a registered pharmacist. Then he will be fined up to 500 rupees for first conviction, and if same mistake he repeats, then the fine will be up to 100 rupees and 6 months imprisonment of any subsequent conviction. Then dispensing by an unregistered person. If such activity, exception medical practitioner, if such act has been done by any person, then he will be punishable for 6 months of imprisonment or fine of up to 1000 or both. Then failure to surrender the certificate of registration on time. If he fails to surrender his certificate, if his name has been removed, then he will be fined up to 50 rupees. Then last one is obstruction of State Pharmacy Council inspectors. If anybody restrict the inspector, if he is not cooperating with the inspector, then he will be fined up to 1000 and imprisonment of 6 months or both. So these are certain offenses and penalties. So this is all about Pharmacy Act. Thank you. For more such videos, you can subscribe my channel Dr. Muhammad Imran. Then you will be updated for the upcoming videos also. Thanks.